Hi guys, Scotty here with another DBZ Dokkan battle video for you. In this video we're going to be looking at how you can get stage 3 of the Supreme Magnificent Battle Re 5 Super Saiyans, 5 Saiyans, done with the Vegetas Family mission being completed. So we're going to be bringing an entire team with Vegetas Family Category units. And have everything on the left there for you to see the team comp that we used. We're going to be bringing 2 Wiis just for the end, and then we're going to be running the Vegetas Family support memory as well. Bit of a tricky fight this is. Vegeta's family hasn't always been in the most amazing spot. It is really good now that we have the tag units that have Goku and Vegeta on them, and both of them counting for both families. That has helped immensely. Just want to point out that the EZA Margin Vegeta int that recently EZA'd also be a great addition to this team if you want to swap out the AGL Margin Vegeta. Although the AGL Margin Vegeta, as long as he's getting his 18 key, he's actually fine sitting in that 3rd slot. So this is going to be a 3-phase fight. First fight is going to be against physical base form Goku, and it's a 6.5 mil super that Goku is going to be doing. Not a very tough first stage to the fight. Does ramp up quite significantly in stage 3, starts doing some crazy stuff, so we'll get there. But for now, just use the first phase to start getting your rotation sorted. We do have 2 Tech Dimer Vegetas on here, and we're going to be floating them off. They are great as long as you are getting your 24 key. So with them being floats, you have a lot of opportunity to actually manipulate the key field before you get to him. So try and make sure he's getting his, it's got to be above 23 keys so that he gets his additional damage reduction. It helps immensely. There's no AoEs or anything in this fight though, so not too bad. And he does get to attack before getting hit, so he was pretty much fine the whole time. Just pray for those EXs so he can actually do some damage here. Just a couple of things to point out here. We want to let Goku, physical UI Goku, that is there, the tag unit, we want to let him start getting some evasions in that first slot. He needs 4 evades to get their full critical chance, attack going up by 60%, and also getting the key +2. So that does help when you switch into Vegeta later on. And then when you do switch into Vegeta and you have that immortality, he needs to take a couple of hits as well in that immortal turn so that he gets his full attack. Sorry, not his full attack, but he gets his full damage reduction. Although I wouldn't trust him in the final phase. I would probably stick with physical UI unless he's in his immortal turn, the first appearance of Vegeta. Otherwise you're very likely just going to die to normals that with how that Goku ramps up. Anyway, let's move on to Super Saiyan 2 Goku here, and we'll talk about some of the other units as well. Okay, so Super Saiyan 2 Goku here is going to do a 6.25 mil super. He does get an attack plus 25% with each turn pass, so that super is going to ramp up very, very quickly, and he gets attack plus 5% with each attack received. So again, he's going to be getting that 6.25 million times 1.5 pretty much. So that is going to go nearly up to a 15 mil, just over a 15 mil actually. So that is quite a big super. Boss has 500 mil health and does 2.5 mil normals. Obviously, they'll also benefit from the attack boost though. It is quite easy to get caught out here by a stray super after 2 or 3 turns of this Goku, because he will be raising that super quite high. But we're going to be relying on our STR Gokus here to dodge, hopefully, and then letting our Int Vegeta, the Super Saiyan 4 one, giving him as many Rainbow Orbs as we possibly can, and then just letting him build his defense up as much as possible before we do switch into Goku. But if you don't get any Rainbow Orbs with him and he takes a super, it's very likely we're going to die here. But we're trying to save our Wiis for the final phase, because that's going to be quite a nasty one. And obviously we're raising the attack of the boss here every time we hit him, so we want to try to do as much damage as we possibly can. Honestly, we are just looking for some big damage to burn through this phase, but a lot of our units are not going to be doing massive damage just yet till we get to their phases where we can swap into, say, physical Vegeta, as well as like STR Vegeta, as well as Int Goku. For those 3 units, then we'll start doing some bigger damage. However, Int Vegeta, the Super Saiyan Blue one as well, on the 2nd rotation there, he can do some very nice damage, and he should be absolutely okay. He didn't sell at all for me in these runs. And the Tech Daima Vegetas, if you can get some good EXs in, which is obviously completely chance, but you do have 2 of them, so hopefully they will be able to do a lot of EXs, get some good crits, and just burn through this Goku's health. Again, just make sure you are giving him that 23 key so that he doesn't just die in that slot 3 at the back there. He does need that extra damage reduction, but he's getting to attack first, and he's getting that extra damage reduction with the 23 key, so he should be fine, and I didn't notice him dying too much at all. This turn with the Int Vegeta on it, the Super Easy Aid one, will be a very, very big high damage turn, and then like I said, the Daima Vegetas should be burning this boss down quite quickly in this stage. Alright, we're going to skip ahead to the Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku part. Okay, so Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. He does a lot. He has a 10 mil super that will fire twice per turn. He gets attack plus 50% on his second turn, so now that 10 mil becomes a 15 mil super. He has a chance of evading attacks, and that'll be plus 3% with each unarmed super attack received, up to 30%, and he has a chance of performing a critical hit, plus 3% with each Ki Blast super attack received, and that's up to 30%. So he also has a chance to crit, and that ignores a good chunk of your defense, and damage goes even higher. So we want to kill him as fast as possible. What we can do is this first turn we can try avoid using any items. Obviously I think this team could no items, so might be struggling with 1 or 2 units like the AGL Marge Vegeta and taking a super, or maybe even the Super EZA into Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta there. Might struggle with him as well a little bit, so we're going to use an item from the next turn. First turn we are hitting 10 mil supers, but we should be okay if they're both in slot 1 here, so you could use an item here if you really are worried, but we're going to try survive 1 turn without it so that we can get a longer usage of that Wheeze in the next turn, so we get 5 turns with Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. So now you want to pretty much pop everything. We're going to switch over into physical Vegeta here, physical Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, that is from the UI version of Goku. We are going to pop as active. We're going to have a really high damage turn here, almost taking off 2 bars, and he's immortal, gets to take a bunch of hits as well, so he builds up his damage reduction as well, and then we're just going to hit him, Goku, with everything we have. So activate all actives, everything like that, and just now we need to go ham and do as much damage as we possibly can to Goku here. Skipping to the next turn here, just while we're doing these actives, just remember to drop these units into the middle slot. I forgot here with the Tech Vegeta, and you want to give them as many links as possible while you're doing their actives. With the STR Goku and Vegeta here, the blue boys, you do want to switch over to Vegeta and then give that active a go, because that's going to give you guard for 4 turns when you switch back over to Goku. So then if Goku does miss a dodge, hopefully 70% damage reduction plus his guard will let you live basically if he misses that dodge. Not going to be too much of an issue in this fight though, because we are going to have the Wheeze up pretty much for the next 4 turns, so he's pretty much immortal, but just if you are trying to do no item, that can help, just that guard to help out a little bit so that he's not just a type disadvantage anymore to the boss. We're going to also switch over to Goku here. Now, generally the best thing to do is to just, if you're not going to run Goku in slot 1, you want to get your orbs with the STR with your first slot, and then get to change over to Goku so you get his int orbs, and then do his active so you get even more int orbs available on the field, and then you can go crazy with him, and he should be doing wild damage, and he should be dodging everything, and crazy damage reduction, all of that's good stuff, because you give him an entire field of int orbs there, and he just goes crazy. Okay, next turn here, and let me know if you guys don't like the fast forwarding the speed and you want me to just skip the turn rather. Just trying out something a little bit new here so you can kind of see the damage and the harder parts of the fight. Anyway, next turn here, and because we have a Whis up, we're going to stay with the physical Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta here, because he's going to have 100% damage reduction, because he's built up his damage reduction, and he should be doing more damage than the Goku anyway, so we're not going to rely on his dodge. If you weren't running items, I would definitely rely on the physical UI's dodge more, because that 70% damage reduction is not going to cut it, even with the guard, for a against these supers and all of that. So we would rather rely on the dodge, and hopefully be fine there. But we are still rocking Louise here, so we shouldn't be have any issue with this turn. We've also active with the Daima Vegeta, so even if we don't manage to get the full 23 key, we are getting his extra damage reduction, so he's immortal as well. The only one that we maybe have a tiny bit of an issue with could be the Vegeta, the Super EZA Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, because he is gonna only have 80% damage reduction, but with his supers and his chance to dodge and all that, he should be fine. Second to last turn here, we should probably hoping to finish up in this turn, but I think we managed to just do it in the next turn, and with a Whis as well, so should be absolutely fine, because Goku should be super powered here. He's going to be dodging your attacks quite a bit as well, and he can crit, which can really mess you up if you don't have the damage reduction, because it is ignores 30% of your defense, and it boosts his damage as well. So yeah, that 10 mil super is now well into the realm of like 20 mil there if you get that crit as well. But that is pretty much it. We're going to end off on the next turn, and we'll have a Whis active on the next turn, so we should be fine. This is kind of why we wanted to wait one turn in the beginning, just in case with the dodges you get quite unlucky and you have to fight Goku for 5 or even 6 turns. Just skipping a little bit in the beginning can be a good thing, so that later on, from that second turn when he's getting that extra boost as well, you can then use the Whis to survive the rest of the attacks. But that is all. I'm going to leave you with the rest of the fight if you want to watch all the way through. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped, and have a great day. Cheers.